Welcome to the Trashcats Trashcast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven.
And today we're chilling, or maybe fighting?
Maybe fighting. We'll see. I've been trying to be chill, bro. I even made tea. Okay, I made a nice warm cup of tea, and I took double my psych meds just to be a little bit more amicable.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. Very good. That's very good. I mean, I don't have any Ambien kind of sedative things in my system. I did take a nice ibuprofen before starting. Man, let me tell you,
yeah, it's a little something.
I've been living my life lately, and I go through phases with it, but I'm living my life right now. 800 milligrams of ibuprofen at a time, and
no inflammation.
No, I don't have time for it. I don't have a need for it. Between my neck and my shoulder tension and my poor posture, exacerbated fucking IT and SI issues, in my back and my legs and shit.
You got sciatica?
Yeah, kinda. I have
Not good.
I have a. My pelvis is rotated.
Fuck! You're one of those
poor
guys.
Posture over, from just like putting too much weight on one leg for fucking 15 years.
You're all discombobbled.
Yeah, so it's kids, if you're listening, fucking check your posture all the goddamn time. Fix that shit early.
See, I've been skipping the ibuprofen lately, but instead I'm just hoarding large quantities of opiates off the streets, and I haven't been using them. But at night, when no one's watching, do you remember what's the Tarantino movie with the briefcase?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, remember Pulp Fiction, the briefcase with a gold glow?
Yeah.
That's what I do at night, but I just open a drawer full of heroin, and I bask in the glow. And then I pet it goodbye until another day and fall asleep. So much better now.
Is it heroin or a fentanyl-laced concoction that somebody
I'd
threw
call
together?
It heroin, but it's all fetty.
You call it anything you want.
Sunshine powder. All right, I got a couple things. Do you got anything? Or how was week?
Week has been... It's been a lot, but it feels productive. It feels good. We're getting shit done. It's not as bad as I was anticipating. It's mostly just work shit.
You're busy season now.
But this, we are in deep in it. I do have an update. This is an important update.
Okay.
The siding is getting done on my house.
Damn, take that, historical society.
Yeah, really. Fuck you. There's they're on day 2. The first day they just kind of had a short one. They came and ripped the siding off of one of the walls of the house, and then today they came up and installed one of the walls. And it looks really nice.
Yeah.
We got a good first impression here of what it's going to look like when it's done.
You picked good colors.
It was fun. It was tough. Our original colors we picked, we realized was going to double the price. So we had to pull back our hopes and dreams on that and go with a more stock option. But, they're really nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How was your week?
Just okay. I've had, it's been kind of nice in the background. You know how I'll randomly kind of talk to strangers on the internet?
Yeah.
Well,
because you're a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, I know. Well, lately I've had a nice mix between internet strangers and real life people. And this week I've had 4 or 5 text convos kind of simmering in the background. And one is a doctor at an emergency room.
Okay.
One is a lawyer. One is a ex-soldier, and one is a mega person having a crisis of faith.
Okay.
And I've been having some fun convos back and forth.
Look at you with your pen pals.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm the Joker, just slowly trying to bring them one step closer to violence.
Finding them at vulnerable points in their life to persuade them to mold them to your will.
Like Mr. Saul.
Like Mr. Jigsaw.
My first text is always, do you want to play a political game? There's going to be a ballroom. Our time is limited, dear sir.
That sounds thrilling.
It's been okay. Been trying to work on art. I'm just tired, man. I'm not getting in the time I'd like to, but doing okay.
That's kind of where I'm at with like, I feel motivated to do shit like, spring cleaning and like, projects and stuff around the house and stuff. I feel motivated. I want to do those things. But I am just so physically and mentally exhausted by work.
Yeah.
That I just don't like, even on my days off. I haven't had like 2 consecutive days off in a minute.
Yep.
But on my days off, I just feel so
dead.
Like, yeah. And I'm looking at, I got a couple days off coming up, together, which is nice.
My texts, with my littlest sister, she's like on her second year of teaching, like kind of a new teacher vibe. And our texts back and forth are so funny because she's like, every week she's like, being an adult is horrendous. Like she hates work so much. And I feel like she's the only one that fully understands how much I hate it. Because she's like a little drama queen. And she's like, I fucking hate work. I'm like, me too.
That's what I get. That's what I get with my niece, where it's like, man,
yeah,
I really want the paycheck and I really want the money, but god damn it. I really don't want to leave the house. I don't want to do shit. I want to have money to spend on things I want.
I don't even want the money, but when you need the money, you got to do everything you can.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes.
Sometimes the things we want are car and house.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I
want time, bro. If I could spend my money to buy time, I would spend half of every dollar I make to buy time.
Oh, yeah, it's incredibly fair, yeah. Oh, actually, while we're talking about this, I just remembered, I finally paid off my car.
Nice.
Yeah, it felt cool.
Is that a long time coming?
It was a 6-year lease, and I skipped. Terrible, I skipped the last month. It was I had the money because of the tax return, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it a month early.
Good for you. That's a nice relief to get.
It is. It's money that I'm still gonna put aside and invest and try to do something with, but it's a significant amount of money every year that I was spending on that. So
yeah. Snowballing the wins. That's what they say. Like with debt stuff, there's the Ramsey method or the snowball method, and you either pay off the one that costs, whichever has the worst rates, you want to pay off first. That's the smartest. But if you can snowball small wins into momentum to keep, some people do it that way too, or whatever.
Yeah. I agree. I usually go. We my mom is a financial wizard and has taught me a lot of you have a card with high interest payments or whatever, knock it down is, you can little by little try to knock that down. The one that I think is genius is just, you have the prerequisite is you have to have decent credit, but you open another credit card, pay off that debt with that credit card. And then typically it's oh, you have 0 interest for a year. And it's now you have a year without interest to fuck that card up. And
it's 95% of people that do that fuck it up though. It's
that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I'm always I see how you can definitely game some good deals and shit, but goddamn most people just can't fucking run it.
You really have to be disciplined, and like with her like spreadsheets and shit, like she is a whiz at like keeping on top of that and like making sure. Like
She's a smart money lady. Remember the mean money
sure.
man? Remember Mean Money Man, Damien Hirst?
Is that the guy that would just yell on TV?
Oh, remember Damien Hirst, the artist. We kept calling him the.
Oh God, that's right. Oh yeah,
your mom's the nice money lady or smart
nice
money lady.
Smart money lady. I like how it's Mean Money Man, and then if we're saying the opposite is smart money lady, that's also saying that he's not just mean, but he's also not smart.
Fucking Damien Hirst. All right, do you want to fight or chill first?
Let's fight first because
wait. What did you say?
I feel like
Discord.
Let's fight first.
Okay.
Because I feel like if we wait to fight till the end, we'll be here all goddamn night.
Yeah. Okay. In regards to our last episode, the Gooniversary analysis.
All
right. Listening back, that episode took a while to edit. Listening back and hearing the episode, I definitely made some arguments I wish I could edit or like change. Okay. But I think you understood what I was going for directionally.
Yeah, I understood the idea of the plausible deniability of the idea of, the presumed innocence unless you beyond a shadow of a doubt. And also,
yeah, the mob shit.
Yeah, of course.
So I feel like as the episode progressed, I feel like the gap between our positions slimmed, and in the end, we still took slightly different positions, but like we're much more united than we were at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, here's my big question that when I was editing, I kind of I thought to ask it, but I didn't want to be too much of a dick. And then after editing the episode, I'm like, in a clean slate situation, I feel like it's a more neutral question than when we're like arguing like more aggressively. So here's my question, and I don't know the answer, so it may change what I'm thinking. So we're getting ready to do that episode. Before we recorded, did you rewatch the clip that went viral of him in the drive-thru?
No.
Do you feel like what do you think that means? Because I have like feelings about that.
I mean, I watched they showed it at the beginning of the video that we watched. And they cut to it several times during the video also. Yeah,
but there's never like I agree, because it gives you the feeling of having watched it. But if you watch the whole Channel 5 video, there's never a clean watch through of it that you could like definitively make your own opinion up of. Fair?
I mean, I guess so, yeah.
So here's my thought, which I feel like if I got to this during our conversation, I feel like it maybe could have shifted the dialogue a bit. So I had rewatched it multiple times, like in like prepping the episode, like figuring out what we were going to talk about, whatever. My thought was like we had a lot of back and forth over what we thought was in that clip, but you hadn't seen that clip in full until an hour and a half through our episode.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that, and I'm not like, I feel like that's fair in a way because the video itself does make it feel like we had watched the clip, right? But
sure, yeah.
But in a way, like I feel like it's a bit illustrative of like what I was trying to argue of like the needed skepticism. Because I feel like after watching the clip, that had to have shifted your opinion a little bit. And I feel like people, whether they watched the original viral video when it happened, a year or whatever, in passing or in scrolling, probably weren't looking very closely. And then people who either saw that and saw the Channel 5 thing, or people who just saw the Channel 5 thing, they are still not even looking at what was in the video. And I've like rewatched that video, and I feel like I still think it's above 90% he was doing creepy shit. And my goal was never to like protect his innocence, but I feel like there's a fundamental issue with how we look at clips on the internet. Like if we go back to that, the Red River stabbing, we did like, or the Apple River one, we did like deep analysis where on first watch we thought he's guilty. Second watch, we found some things that made it, and then like the 18th watch, we're like, no, this actually was more fucked up than it initially looked. And then like the video with the boiling water, where it's like the cop did some fucked up shit, but like people didn't catch the part where she did try to throw boiling water at. Like I feel like stuff like that, where like, I don't know, I feel like there is, not that I want this guy to be innocent, because I think it's most likely he was a creep, but like everybody else, the management failed him, the internet's like instantly mobs it, and we're like, you get where I'm coming from?
I definitely get where you're coming from, and I don't think you're wrong in the idea of like, you know, if we were sitting here making an actual important decision that, you know, is going to be like used to like set precedent or like hold, you know, like to actually have like there's consequences to the decision or the, you know, the way we feel about something, how something went down, then
yes, on a jury. Like I would absolutely trust your judgment on a jury. Absolutely.
Right. It's like it's like, yeah, we're going to review that video multiple times. We're going to go over, it's like the other one is like, we're going to go over all of the evidence of like, you know, so the baristas say that he's done this multiple times. Like, do we have any kind of evidence to show that?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, assuming that is what most likely happened, there would be tons of like, secondhand sources or people testifying to what they saw or who said they saw. Yeah. But, I just feel like with internet shit, there is like, because it feels lower stakes, and it is, but it just feels like so easy to like have and I remember saying like, and I get it, because there are things I'm sure I do the same thing on, but I feel like such high skepticism is like actually warranted, especially for like viral video shit or like I don't like cultural internet shit.
Yeah. I feel for sure that I don't know. I still think the thing that I keep going back to is like, if he had made any like formal or any like true attempt to
declare himself innocent.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
If any type, that alone would be like such a...
It would be a big weight in the other direction. But don't you think it's like possible that someone just might be anxious and that they're getting yelled at by a drive-thru person and just drive off? Like, I know it's like lower chances than him doing it, but the video is just, it just like, the argument I wish I could edit or change is like, oh, what if he was wearing a bikini? But the argument just should have been, he could have legitimately be wearing short shorts that might not have been that short. Like, I feel like the amount of skin we saw without like really good analysis, I don't know if it was that weird of amount of like thigh showing or not. Like the video is not clear enough to me to like actually know. Like my logic and like things lead me to believe he likely, I'm willing to put it over 90%, but I feel like everyone who's like, no, he for sure, his dick is out, and like is hyping it, is like tripping.
So I mean, okay, here's, I guess, the people that are like to just use that bit of evidence and say his dick is out for sure, then no, like you're correct. Like that's you can't do that.
That's what everyone did.
Right? Yeah, that's fucked. I agree with that. That's not right. But I still think the conclusion, like when you come to a conclusion on anything, you shouldn't be just using one point
like
of reference
bare
on
minimum
that.
point of proof.
Yeah, exactly. There were so many other things that happened.
But all the other things are like a lot flimsier than they look. And I'm not saying they don't weigh, because I'm still putting my percent of him being guilty above 90%.
Right.
But I don't get and not just you, but like the internet's like put people on blast attitude of like, I'm watching a clip I think is over 90%. But like, and one of the arguments I wish I could edit is like, what if this is like, there's a way in which I know you'll hear what I'm trying to say that doesn't sound as dumb as how I'm going to say it. What if this dude like has a drug or alcohol problem and legit is like fucked up or in relapse mode and doesn't realize how disheveled he was, like with his clothes. And it's like, it's still bad, but it's not the thing the internet thought it was. And I get that's like low percentages, right? But there's like things that could change how we think of the video that aren't the same as like, this guy for sure is a sex criminal. And the other parts of it are like, there's like a social thing of like all sex crimes being the same. Like are all like, things are still bad, but flashing isn't like the same as like rape. Like if his dick was fully out, I don't know if that's like still great. It's on the internet for the whole world to like, I don't inherently think it's like wrong that like if people do want to like have this social outlet against bad behavior, but I don't really think it's good because the intentions aren't to like, I feel like the intentions of the mob are legitimately to have someone kill themselves. And not that that's always bad, but it's just like, it just all feels like interference with sex crime, internet mob shit to me.
Here's I think the why I get what you're saying. Here's the problem I have with the like, there could be a world in which there is this is a person that needed a lot of help. And, you know, it just, the crazy
like
circumstances
possible.
Right. And I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is nothing that we've reviewed,
definitive or like points that direction strongly.
Points that direction in any way other than this is the action of somebody who isn't socially isn't socially adjusted well, or maybe has like an issue with like I don't know, like this
certainly
like,
has issues with women and most likely.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's like the next two levels of my thinking with this. The next part is like the part I'm touching on of like the internet mob shit is I feel like all the sarcastic goontard guys at the Gooniversary, I feel like all of them know it's like fucked up, or most of them know it's like fucked up to do what the guy did, but they're like mega, they're like reactionary. They think it's like so egregious how the world treated this guy that they want to defend him, and they think in at least partial irony that sexual assault is now funny because look what they do to guys who have this happen. Where like they're almost being over empathetic to a likely sex criminal and using that as like a way to bolster their form of empathy, right? Mm-hmm. Which is dumb as fuck, right? Like we both agree on that. It's like mega shit. Like where they hate the woke so much they want to like kill people, right?
Yeah.
I get that. I tried to like make it as clear as I could through reacting. I fucking hate these guys so fucking much. Like, so fucking much. They are, like, actually the worst type of people. But I do feel like the internet mob shit does feed into these things. Like, there are... Even when the consequences aren't known, the act of, like, this type of activism or whatever does lead to like weird unknown consequences like this.
Sure. Because there's also a thing online with like, even if you're not like willing to like go out to a rally or whatever, or a Gooniversary.
Yeah.
If the idea is that
trashing every chick in a bikini that works at one of these places. Like if you're a reactionary young guy like this.
Well, anybody, I think anybody at all online, I think there's now a responsibility. There's a feeling of like, you should have an opinion on this. You should have an opinion on this, and you should, and there's a right one, and you have to be on it. So, and there's like with anything that's posted online, I feel like seems to be the case of like someone is going to have an opinion of like, well, this isn't good. Like there's the game someone pointed out, it's like a really depressing game, but you go online, if you see a video of an animal in any situation, the game is scroll. How many comments do you get through before there's a negative comment about like something that's being done wrong, or like that animal's sick or something like that? It's like someone's going to have an issue with anything. And so like when people are already in that mindset online, which is insane to me, the idea of like people commenting on videos with like a serious intent, like ironically, is one thing. It still seems wild to me. It's not just like, I'll just fucking scroll on. But to be fair, it's also wild to me that people like, I was going to say, it's wild to me people make videos of themselves and like post it on Instagram or something. Like, yeah, it's kind of one thing that like we have this podcast, and like it's a little bit different because we have like a little dark corner of the internet for ourselves. It's a little bit more secluded here, where, the idea of like, oh, I want to go viral. I want to make content and for people to see this sketch I did, or this thing that I said, or there's don't get me wrong. Like it's not that it would hurt our feelings to, get a couple more plays off and reviews. Yeah, a little bit.
Get a little motion.
Get a little something going. Hey, we got the fucking Vietnam pulling through for us. But the idea of, the just that internet culture in general of like, you need to be like a part of it and like having your take on it. And sometimes it's just, you need to post a comment about it. Sometimes you have a few people that follow you and you need to like weigh in on it. And like, how come what are your thoughts on this? If you don't share my feelings on this, then I can't follow you. And it's like, some of those things I can almost say they're valid because it's like, I don't want to listen to someone whose objective reality is so fucked, and their ability to think through a situation is crazy. Like I don't have time for that. But when it's something that's like, I don't know, like, dude, like you're like we do this as like, partially a bit too of like, we're not really, solving the issue here. We can break down our thoughts on the situation. And I think our take on this has been good of like the real, monster here is the fucking internet culture that is exploded this into something that it never ever should have been.
Needed to be.
Yeah. This is crazy. For that too, like I think if we're going to hold space for all of the possibilities that, this guy was potentially, there's all this potential that it could have been so many other things that led up to this. I think there's also space there to hold for like, no one expected it to explode the way it did and turn into what it turned into.
But they should expect it.
But if a socially, I mean, I'm assuming, a otherwise social, I don't know the fucking, manager who posted the video, but if they're like not online and like don't understand the ramifications of something like that, they were just like, I'm going to put them on blast and people are going to see it. But
hear me out. I don't buy anyone who says, I just want to put someone on blast. I feel like they're saying my intentions are bad and I don't want to deal with this the right way. If my sister or a woman I love or an employee of mine is sexually assaulted in some form, I cannot imagine putting it on the internet. Like I can't imagine someone with good intentions doing I just want to put them on blast. I just can't imagine how that could ever be thought like this is going to go well.
I can, okay, let me say, I don't want to defend the idea 100%. Definitely not 100% of like putting it online, right? But like the idea also of like I think there's at least some possibility in my mind of like if we're going to say there's a possibility that this person that was Nautica had like
good intentions, there's also possible it was good intentions to post it. I agree.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility in that. I'm not still not saying it was the right decision to do. I'm saying that the intent behind that decision it does have a not even good, but like neutral of like we can let the community handle this.
I agree,
like,
but
other people in the community should know that this person's doing devious shit and like going up to drive-thrus and whatever.
I agree, but I feel like a big part of the commentary I was trying to make is like that decision is bad, whether the intention is right or not. That's just not the right way to deal with this shit. And like when I scroll through social media, I am like amazed by the amount of people who are like their post is screenshotting conversations to smear someone or it's videos out of context to attack someone, or it's clips from streamers out of context with all the important parts cut out. Like it is not good. And like, even if the intentions are good, like you want to warn people of a bad type of person, like when I see that shit, like it's like there's a name him like sexual assault website where you can anonymously put people's info, and it's like super hype right now, and I very much know it is with good intentions, right? And you see everyone sharing their updated links of like random guys that, probably more than not did do some fucked up shit. But it is like, when I see that shit or like allegations of like random people or screenshots of the court website with their charges with no context of like no proof, like didn't go to court, case got, you can't trust that shit. It's just like, it's actual disinformation. And it's like so normal of like just accusing people of like, even when it is like fairly likely or what I'm still going to agree, it is most likely what happened. I just don't get the like, if it's real shit, it just shouldn't be treated like haphazardly on the internet.
Mr. fucking two wrongs don't make a right over here.
But the thing is like, if somebody says like, hey, this happened, I don't care, I don't have proof, I'm going to go burn his house down. I will salute them. Like, go do your shit. It's like a joke to me to like put it online without proof. That just feels dumb as fuck to me. And it feels like it's helping create internet culture that is like just so toxic and like shitty. Like if the person was like, no, I just handled my shit. Well, they get caught doing it. I can respect that. I just don't get the like everyone who doesn't know the context of a thing like instantly knows what happened and like run up the like drama slop for the day.
That's fair.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. It's I think like I said, I mostly agree with you on that. I know. Let me say this: I 100% agree with you on that.
I know. You're sympathetic in a similar but slightly different way.
Yeah, there's the other, the part of me that is, cares about that is also the part of me that's like, well, also if true, the thing that he did is really fucked up. And like, I don't know. I feel like the idea of,
but let's assume it is like, how do we want it dealt with?
I agree with you. I'm just saying like the idea of like wanting privacy after doing something like that, or thinking that like, something you did deserves to be like, oh, but it's like, I'm going to do this thing in public, but like, don't share it online. There's definitely still a degree of like,
but I feel like
in my head, like I get like if it wasn't for the internet culture being the way it was.
Yeah. Cause the point is, it's not to spare them. It's to save ourselves. It's like, it's not like the guy killed himself. I don't care that he was guilty. Like, I do not care, but it's like the effect we're having on ourselves by it being treated this way. Like if the dude is like, if we have a 4K 1080p HD fucking
a fucking glossy ass JPEG of his dick,
frame by frame of him like assaulting a kid, and we have that video, we can like all prove it, and it's censored appropriate. Is that good that we all like put it online and like make a big deal out of it? I don't really. It's not that there shouldn't be any attention to it, but it doesn't feel like a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we want to happen? Do we want him to die?
It's just a modern version of the thing where they make someone like walk through the town while people yell shame and throw shit at them.
That's what I kept going back to, like the sheriff's doing. Like, honestly, like, and a ton of people, it used to be it used to be like more crazier people. Like when I was younger, I was like the wood chipper type guy. And then it turned into like the MAGA thing being the wood chipper guys. And now it's like everyone, Epstein, slopulous populist, hang all adrenochrome drinking pedophiles. Our whole world's fucked because of like a bunch of like mostly fake disinformation about Epstein stuff, and Jews has like destroyed our idea of like pedophilia and sex crimes. Like everything's just like fucked now because people don't read anything. But if like, assuming you have proof of like real sex crime shit, like what do we want the solution to be? Like there are like right now, the whole mentality online is like, no, we need to actually hang them or wood chipper them, and we need to like dox and expose as them and their fam. Like it's like there's like no plan of what to do. It's just make allegations, hype evidence, whether it's good or not, and like try to, I don't know, vigilante it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the Epstein maximalists are mentally ill. The people, like, our government was saying that Epstein trafficked and, like, raped hundreds of, they said thousands, and at one point, I believe there was a press conference that said hundreds of thousands of children, right? That is mental illness. That is like Pizzagate, QAnon, crazy, insane level of, like, lies and disinformation from our own government.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, the Epstein minimalist of, like, no, he didn't really do anything wrong. Maybe he had some sex with some, 17-year-old models that he shouldn't have. But what he did wasn't a big deal. There's a couple people. There's a reporter, Michael Tracy, who does, like, an excellent but very, very gross defense of Epstein that's making circuits right now. That shit is fucked up just as much in the opposite direction. The truth is, like, in the middle, but a lot, like, closer to the lesser amount compared to the amount of hundreds of thousands.
Right.
Like,
yeah. That's like,
most of his victims were over age, right? Like, it doesn't mean he wasn't doing something wrong, but it wasn't hundreds or like, maybe it's possible.
Hundreds of thousands of kids getting raped is crazy work. It's like the physical amount of that many people is crazy.
Like, there's evidence of about 100, and, like, and that doesn't, like, excuse any of it, but it's like,
of course,
these are, like, there is a truth factor.
That's bad enough as it is. We don't need to inflate it to hundreds of thousands to make it, like, oh, but this is, then they'll think it's bad. It's like, we can call it 50 if you want to. We can get a more realistic whatever seems the most, like, provable by the data. It's still bad. Even if it was, like, even if it was 1, it's like, that should be enough.
Yeah, it's
like,
enough.
Hey, this is fucked.
That it's fucked. Our government made excuses for it. That
yeah.
What he offered to them was beneficial enough for them to give him deals and for rich people to allow him to exist in these places where Steve Bannon, what was his role for Trump? During the election, he was, like, the election manager. This guy was doing videos with Epstein with the explicit purpose of clearing his reputation. Like, the videos online, you can watch it. It's behind-the-scene videos of him and Epstein talking about how they'll do a series of interviews recorded to clear his reputation from his pedophilia charges. And it's them talking about it openly and then doing the interviews and cutting it together to make him look like a good, clean person where his crimes aren't that big of a deal. That guy, Steve Bannon, was running Trump's election shit. Like, these are, like, real fucking problems, but the minimalists and the maximalists, they don't give a fuck about the truth. And it's like, this is, like, totally broken politics and social culture of, like, it doesn't matter what's true, it's online, and we can say whatever, we can make anything we want it to be whatever we want it to be.
Right.
I feel like I'm, like, screaming at people, not really, but, like, it sucks to be a defender of something where you're like, I'm not defending the matter of, like, the action taken. I just want to know what is actually true.
Valid. It's like, can we just get down to, like, what happened and then hold the people responsible? Like, it's easy. It should be easy steps is the fucked up part. But it's like, oh, there's this and there's the, we don't know for certain. It's like, somebody fucking knows for certain. And, like, there's enough cover up that it's like, can we just...
To be clear, like, what are you talking about, like, generally right now, or, like, specific to something? Because depending on what you're talking about, it's
specifically to Epstein stuff, but, like,
it's complicated.
Sure, yeah, of course. But
he's already, like, dead. Like, I mean, there's other people, like, but statute of limitations, non-clear evidence, like, things have already been way too fucked up for there to be good resolutions now. Like, Ghislaine's in prison, Epstein's dead. Trump administration's cutting deals with her to some extent.
in a fucking resort.
But that's, like, reality. I mean, she has the money. She had potentially had things that would make people want to treat her well, so things aren't released. That's like still a conspiracy, but her lawyer keeps saying they have things, and they seem to keep getting deals. And she's rich, so it's like,
yeah,
that's like the best you can hope for. There's other people that definitely traffic shit, and there's decent evidence, but most of it is either past statute limitations or there isn't good evidence because everything was waited 20 years to be prosecuted. And now, the even crazier part, the people pushing for all the Epstein stuff to be public, the DOJ never releases their evidence on ongoing investigations. Now, can you imagine they actually try to bring a case against someone? They can't. The public will rebel regardless of which side it is. They released all their fucking shit. Well, like half of it, because they're still lying and mis-censoring shit. But at this point, they have crippled themselves from even having the option to bring a credible case in the future against anyone involved. Like, it's so beyond fucked that there are no clear answers to it anymore. It's just like totally done, fumbled, completely destroyed, and fucked up.
Yeah. Like, I think part of it also, though, it's like it's part of a larger pattern of that happening too, of like the goofy back end shit of like, I'm trying to think, like one of the bigger ones was like the fucking plane from, Qatar or whatever. And it's like, and
do you mean just like of corruption in general?
Yeah, it's just like shit. They're like, oh no, this is good because of this or whatever the fuck. And it's
this
like,
is all
hey,
Trump administration shit.
It's like, how come no one's like, okay, you have all these people that are like, hey, this is fucked up, and here's why this is corrupt, and here's why this is like illegal or whatever. And then it's like, well, yeah, exactly. It's like, what? How is this like inflammatory shit coming across like everywhere, and everyone hears about it, everyone knows about it, and yet
it does not. I'm saying that as a matter of fact way. It literally does not matter anymore. The president of the United States has immunity. Yeah. It is how they wrote it. It is near full immunity, except violently doing something themselves. There is nothing that can hold our president accountable anymore. And because it relies on norms. Like, it could change after Trump, but I mean, he just said yesterday he's running a third term. If a Republican continues this line of president, no president will ever do a crime again. It doesn't matter what they take or what they like. People. That Supreme Court ruling, people just do not fully understand the consequences of what happened. There is just nothing the ruling authority or power can ever do again will be wrong until it's like fully addressed or changed. Like, we're so far gone. It's preposterous.
Yeah. So we fought.
Yeah, it's the fight part. That's over. That was fun,
though. Now chill me out.
All right. I got a thing. All right. I have a modern... It's a modern political IQ test. Okay? Now, this was like going around the political spaces online for a bit. I have an amended version, because the first version... I don't think it went quite far enough. So we can run through it. We could do it the quick way, or we could take our time. It's 20 questions. They're all true or false. And your aggregate on it essentially is your political / maybe like social IQ. Okay. It's big goofs, but I think / great minds will think alike on these. So I won't say like before we do it what is the right answers, but but I think you'll get it. You'll get it. All right, you want to run through?
Yeah.
Now, I've already like perused this. So do you want me to just ask you, or should I answer with you? Because I don't want to necessarily influence answers unless
you can just ask me. And these are just true or false, right?
Yeah. But then I kind of feel like an asshole if I'm just giving you an IQ test while I don't do
it. You should, open it in 2 windows.
Okay.
And then do one with yours, and then have, you can do one with mine. Or you can just send it to me and I can do it.
But then we'll just be sitting here. I'll just read it.
Okay.
I'll just read it. And you give your answer and I'll give mine after. How about that?
Okay. Right. Yeah.
True or false? Organized religion is bad.
True.
Based. 2. Marxism is bad.
True.
True. Number 3. Vaccines are good.
True.
True. Number 4. MAGA is bad.
True.
Yes. 5. Property taxes are good. Ooh.
False.
Ooh, disagree, sir. You don't want to pay taxes? You don't want roads and schools and clean water?
I see. I have I don't know. Here's where I'm at with taxes. It's like either
you pay property taxes and I don't, so
either tax by income or tax by property.
Okay, but generally, would you say like if we generalize it further, do you think taxes are good?
I think taxes are good. Yes,
they're like a necessary evil. But they're
sure, yes.
Like we've talked before, like if we knew our taxes are going to good things,
I don't even see them. I don't even see them as an evil. It's like it's only evil because I don't like where
corruption and
I know it's fucked
bad
up
policy
if implemented in the idealistic situation, of course I think they're good.
Yeah, so I feel like when we extrapolate, property taxes are good. It's just like our politics right now.
It's what it's be. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
6, whatever it is. Tariffs are bad.
Go
with the 99% of the time answer.
True,
yeah. There's very selective like loopholes to like specific things that tariffs can
be. Of course, but I think for the most part, like having open trade agreements like with a country is like a good unifying. Yeah, it's like that's a good thing.
We want the forever the Alex Jones and conspiracy people, they call it the global homo shit, where it's like they would make fun of the idea that you would trade with the rest of the world. Like they wanted pure isolation of shit. Like you want world trade. Like that's how you make everything better for everyone. Like you want world trade, and tariffs are just unnecessary taxes on world trade.
Yeah.
GMOs are good.
I have complicated opinions on that.
Are you mixed bag?
It depends on the argument you're trying to make of like, is it better to
feed more people and are healthier?
Yeah, exactly.
On average.
It's like
I just pictured someone who doesn't like GMO foods that are eating tiny little shriveled up strawberries in the winter, and meanwhile I'm eating big juicy strawberries at half price.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? For my usual go-to is like, I get why people are like anti-GMO. I understand the arguments, but I'm not against it.
The thing is I don't think they understand their arguments. Like, how many people that are actually anti-GMO like really know what they're saying?
I think I hear you. I think one of the things that sticks out to me is the one of the best arguments against GMOs was it's like the idea of, because I was talking to them and I was like, the idea of like, okay, we could do over, hundreds of years spend like splicing these, plants how, they used to, and like cultivating these plants to be hardier for certain things. Or if we can do it in a week in a lab,
Take a Mario shortcut through the waterfall.
By using genetic, our information in science.
A little gene splicing here, a little
it's
DNA
like that doesn't bother me if it means that we have a heartier yield on our food in general. And I think this was it's kind of open. It's not a great argument, but it is something that is considered of like we are guinea pigging for this situation. Like, it's not like a new process. Like, we don't know the ramifications of what that causes yet. And I understand that of like what it, like what, yeah, like what that's doing to our body, our whatever.
I don't know
this
if
could have longer term shit.
Like potentially, but
potentially, sure. That's, and I'm not saying I side with that person. It's like, I can understand that consideration of like, with a lot of like newer shit, like that's somewhat of a valid, like understandable thing. I'm not worried. I don't think.
My problem is how many people that say that have made any effort to actually understand if that's true. Where like to be anti-GMO entirely without understanding it is to say like, how many millions of people do you want to starve this year?
Sure. Yeah. I'm pro GMO. I get
some hesitation.
I get it because there's also I don't think all GMOs are the same.
No, there's a wide spectrum.
But in general, the idea of being able to like use science and technology to better feed the people on this planet, I think that's great.
Yeah, it's like probably one of the best things you can do on average. Whatever number this is, porn should be legal.
Yes, true.
True. Coal is bad.
False.
Ooh, you like dirty coal. You like clean coal like Trump likes.
Yep, you know me. Just like, it's
I understand.
I guess here's the difference. Here's as a form of industrial commercial energy. That's whatever. Yeah, it's bad. That's not good. In my barbecue in the backyard.
Sure. I would argue the question isn't about like personal barbecue.
About my personal barbecues.
See, my issue is I just hate miners. Like, I just hate poor people that work in mines, and I just want them to die of, like, lung-related coal diseases. So I'm tempted to say coal is good, but coal is bad. It's just
if we're talking about it in the way that they mean, then okay, coal's bad.
We still just rely on it to some extent, but this administration, like, and Republicans in general, embracing coal for no good reason, and like. Subsidizing it like crazy is like so fucking dumb. I can kind of like out of
like,
most
dog,
of these...
we moved on from that a long time ago. There's so to be against coal or to be for coal but against wind and solar is crazy. It's just so insane to me.
Nonsense. Yeah, we're like I'm not like full coal is bad, but like to think other forms of energy are bad because coal is so good is like so brain dead.
Don't get don't come at me. I have two grills.
we'll permit you to have.
I have a gas. I have a propane grill because nothing is more consistent and like understandable, than propane. But also sometimes, oh man, get a nice
carcinogen singe, baby.
It's a coal grill and also a offset smoker. It's incredible.
You're probably the only person I wouldn't make fun of for having two grills because I know you make awesome shit with both of them.
Here's the fucked up one. I also want an outdoor flat top. No, flat top.
I like flat tops.
Dude, making fucking fried rice on the hibachi style. Let's fucking sick. Go.
All right, next. Guns are neutral.
True.
Strongly. That's a very wise choice you just made. That's a sign of far higher than average intelligence that you just showed. I like it. Voting is good.
True.
Yeah. Petty theft, aka microlooting, is bad.
Micro looting.
I feel like we talked about it. Like the New York Times did a video / article with Hassan Piker and another progressive justifying which crimes progressives believe are good, including stealing cars and looting from big companies, because micro looting from big name brand companies is actually an ethically good thing to do. Thank you, New York Times. Unironically, that was this week in left news. It's crazy.
I was gonna say, what classifies petty theft? Are we talking about like stealing a candy bar?
They would say, I mean, they were okay with stealing other people's cars, so I would imagine stealing anything as long as
that's
it's from
grand theft.
Yeah, and there's some joking there too, but in their mind, unironically, far left, far left, tanky, like super crazy people, they are great with stealing from any big corporation.
Yeah, like, here's the thing that I think.
Not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but it's not good.
Here's the take on it I have. If you're gonna steal something, I care less about someone stealing from a store than them like stealing from someone's house.
Well, sure.
That's just where I'm at on that. Like, it's not that I'm like, oh, pro, go steal that shit.
There's an equivocation there, because I agree with you, and I think most people agree. There's like degrees of like how bad a theft is, but here's the idea of like, oh, it's actually a good thing to steal from stores is like not good.
Yeah,
right?
No, I agree with that.
Even if I'm like pro stealing at times, I know it's like a bad thing to do.
I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit because it's been a long time since I read this book, but this is from Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse. If you really want a toaster and you don't want to buy a toaster and you're going to go steal a toaster, steal that shit from Walmart or somewhere. Don't steal it from, don't break into someone's house and take their toaster, because that means that they can't have toast in the morning. That's like, you're fucking up their life.
What do you think stealing from Walmart does?
If you steal it from Walmart, they just go get another one from the back and put it up on the shelf. And it's not a big fucking deal.
Do you think it makes everyone's toasters cost more?
That might be the case. That might be the case, but I do tend to agree that if you're
it's less bad. It's less bad, but it's still bad.
It's for sure. I'm not saying pro go steal toasters. I'm just saying.
But like now, if people are saying pro steal toasters.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
They're saying it's good to steal toasters as long as it's from Walmart.
As long as it's not my toaster, that's all that matters.
That's unironically what's happening right now. That's what the New York Times just ran last week. It's
cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, fun.
Abortion should be legal.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, obviously. Natural, and I don't know if they meant national, but natural parks are good. I figured either way, natural or national parks.
Oh, yeah, preserve land. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Crypto and AI are neutral. This is another high intelligence question right here.
I mean, I think it is. I think it's not what it is. It's just what's being done with it. Yeah, how it's used. Yeah,
it's tools.
It's like a gun. Yeah.
Flag burning should be legal.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Nuclear is good.
I don't know a lot. That's definitely. I don't know a ton about nuclear. I think it.
That's fair.
From what I understand, a lot of the concerns on it were kind of like
accidents.
It's like outdated kind of shit of like the technologies. Yeah, the technology's gotten better, and so like there are old facilities that need a lot of updates. But like my understanding is like it is one of the best
Yes.
energy sources, if done and maintained correctly.
Basically, the U.S. is like 20 years. There are 2 gens of nuclear facilities behind the rest of the world that is like has been continuing to build them over the last 20 years where we stalled out. So all of our old facilities need massive updates, and the pathway to build new facilities is like, even with all the funding started now, that they'll take 5-10. We're like so far behind where we should have been, and where the rest of the world that has proceeded with them have gone in both efficiency, safety, cost, and effectiveness, that we've like completely like hindered our progress in the area because of a few small mistakes. And there are issues with nuclear waste storage, but those are like so manageable.
Yeah.
It's like a mistake that we got scared from it.
Another fun fact about nuclear energy power plants in Florida, they have a bunch of them. I don't know
more than anywhere in the country. I think
that, and if that's true, then there might be something to be said about the effects on the people. But I say that jokingly. Yeah. I know for sure that manatees when the Gulf and the Atlantic Ocean. They like the warmth. When the Gulf gets too cold in the winter, they come inland, and they'll go to like natural spring areas, like where I used to live, and you can like swim with them, or also in waters around the nuclear energy plants. So apparently, it gives them a safer, a place to come back to and breed and make more manatees, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Apparently, Florida only has like 2 nuclear power plants, but 4 total reactors. They're like 10th in the country. So.
I think they have. I know the one that was near us down there, they deactivated.
Gotcha. So maybe they had more previously. All right, next, let's see. What do we got? Terrorism is bad.
Yeah.
Yep. 99% of the time. There's always exceptions to the rule, of course. But terrorism is bad.
I say that, and I have multiple cats in this house that are terrorists. So,
well, like
and we still feed them, their 3 square meals a day.
Well, right now there like actually is a problem with like embracing terrorist shit. Like Hezbollah. There's just like a ton of both sides. There's just a ton of like pro-terrorist shit right now.
Gotta get radical to get attention.
Yeah. Drugs are neutral.
True.
True. Super true, I would add. Last one. More legal immigration is good.
Yes.
Super good.
True.
Yeah, we should be doing mass amnesty, and it's really the only path forward right now.
I took a little longer than I should have with that one because I misunderstood the question. At first, I thought you were asking more illegal immigration is good.
Yeah.
And I just had to think about that, and I realized that's not what you were asking. That
I just figured you were having like a racist moment and needed a way to smooth it over. But...
No, yeah, I think I approach most of those with like, is this a trick question or no? And it's like, no, it's.
I'm gonna tally up the results. I think you got a near perfect score. I'd say Einstein level IQ. I think you passed the genius line and made it to God mode. You did good.
Nice.
Which means I did just as good. I'm also a very smart boy.
Hey, listen,
we're wise beyond our years.
We're nothing if not smart boys. We're nothing if not the most intellectual podcasters you listen to this week. And if you listen to us, if you made it, I mean, as of recording, it looks like we're an hour and 15 minutes or so into this. If you listen to the entire episode, you're smarter for it.
I mean, who's got better takes, though? All gas, no brakes? More like all hype and bad takes.
Damn, right? Fucking got him.
All right.
Go back to talking to fucking weirdos in the hood. That's the shit that we liked.
For real, though. All right, I forgot two things. I forgot my honorable mention. I shared it with you. Red Turtle. And
yes.
It still looks too sad for me to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm buffering on it still, but goddamn, it looks so good. Highly recommend.
Oh, I actually have I don't know. I didn't think of it until this moment. Honorable mention. It's a movie from 2002 I think it's 2002 called May.
I don't think
is a kind of thriller horror movie.
Okay.
My niece showed me. It's very, very good.
I've seen the
cover. The pacing is well done. She didn't give me she gave me some of the breakdown of it. But we watched it the other night. Fantastic movie. Very, very subtle. It's not like
subtle horror
over the top with some of the like scare stuff of like jump scares and shit. They don't do all that. It's like very
creepy.
Vibey. It's cerebral in a relatable way. Until it's not anymore. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Very cool. All right. Last. All right. I'll leave it to dealer's choice. You're the dealer. Do you want one more hypothetical on the Goon Lord himself, or do you want to do your goof that you had?
Let's do yours.
Okay, mine's not a goof.
Let's do your hypothetical.
Okay. In the past, I forget what episode or what we were talking about on one of our like sex related episodes, right? Or like sex philosophy stuff. Let's say, how do we do this? I feel like we've had a take before that if we're consistent, we would have to stand by. That if the Goon Lord himself was not caught, meaning they did not know he was doing whatever he was doing, then it would not be wrong. I feel like we've landed on that before.
This is where we were like, oh, someone's masturbating in or someone's like in an elevator
or
doing
was the
something.
Train guy? I think it was wasn't it the politician that was like pooping in the train or something?
Oh yeah. It was like, swimming in playing with the toilets and
Yeah. Where like it's still probably not good, like involving someone in your own sex act or like play of some sort.
Right. That's not good, but the damage if it goes unnoticed and like
where they are not harmed, did you do something wrong?
Yeah.
And I feel like the consequential nature led us to saying, no, it's not wrong. It's just, it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can still agree with that. If it's something that like
consistency, I like it.
No, I mean, that's the whole point of it. Of like, it's that statement of it's not wrong. It's just not good.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough to sum up of the, like, is it still a crime if caught? Sure. Mm-hmm. But that's if, it's...
There has to be a harm for it to be wrong. Like, as long as you're not hurting another, you're not hurting another.
You're not, if the other harm. It's, I would say there are other crimes in which someone not knowing, doesn't excuse it from being a crime, like stealing from someone with dementia or something like that. Like that doesn't, I feel like.
Would it change your answer if they had an infinite amount of money where they would never suffer any consequence of the money being taken?
If they had an infinite amount of money and they had no next of kin and they had no other
knowledge of it being lost,
the beneficiaries of people that, this should be, handed down to, that would, assume that right. Maybe. I can, yeah,
Okay.
I can maybe work with that. I'm not
The next step
100%
would
where
be
I land on that entirely, but like,
sure.
but that's obviously
Sure.
it's not a real hypothetical because it's like,
Oh, it's
that's
a real
not a thing.
hypothetical. And the next
the
step
dementia
is
patient with the infinite amount of money.
the next step is what if they had a near infinite amount of money, but they would still never like we can keep. When does the piece of sand become a pile? Like
I think when it becomes a near infinite amount of money, then it's like that's not right. That's fucked up.
I think I probably agree.
I would say it's if I found out someone had an infinite never-ending supply of money, I don't think that's stealing at that point. I think that's just you hit the infinite money glitch. And, if you're someone's caretaker,
All right, hypothetical A and hypothetical B. We have one dementia patient with infinite money. Option 2, we have one dementia patient that only has $10. You steal $10 in both situations. We can say they're if it's three. We have three dementia patients. One.
Where are we getting all these dementia patients?
At the dementia ward, okay. Patient 1, patient A, has $10.
Just us walking around the fucking
dementia ward looking at their fucking bank accounts.
Putting together hypotheticals.
Patient A has $10 to their name. They're about to go broke, and their family will suffer consequences of their debt. Patient B has near infinite amount of money that, unless a vast treasure was stolen, they would be fine for the rest of their lives, and their kids would never notice the difference in money. It's so fast. Patient C has infinite money. Stealing $10 from each of the dementia patients, we could say it's for sure wrong for two of them. The infinite third golden goose dementia patient, it might not even be wrong because they have infinite and they'll never know. For the other two,
I think,
and B, it's bad. But for A, it is much worse than it is for B because it would cause like real harm. For B, it's more dubious because they have near infinite money.
Yeah, here's my take on it.
Okay.
The third patient with the infinite amount of money meets the criteria for
forced charity.
It's
we're actually making them a better person by forcing them to charity at no cost to themselves.
This is for you. Jesus is going to love this when you die.
Let me lead a little charity, dog.
This is okay. So I think it matched. Oh god damn. I think the infinite amount of money stealing from the $10 from them, it meets the criteria that we'd set aside earlier for. It's not wrong, but it's not good.
Correct.
I think the other two are both wrong and not good.
But to varying degrees.
Varying degrees for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Because we're both wise and caring people.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta start leaving these fucking... literally just picturing us in a fucking dementia ward, just going up and you're like,
how much money you got?
Yeah, how much money you got? Hey,
hypothetical.
Hey, we're gonna talk about this on a podcast, or like on a what? You're like, shut up. How much money you got in your pocket right now? How many grandkids do you got? Who's in your will?
Last two things I can think of, unless you got something. Did you see last week? We're like a week or two behind on this. I'd say both of these people, there's like a 10% chance the reporting is wrong. I'll caveat it. I'll say 90% likelihood. Both Banksy and Satoshi, their identities were revealed last week. And it didn't get that much press. I feel like that's crazy.
I don't fucking think anybody cares about Banksy anymore.
Well, there was a big, like, anti-jerk. They call that when the audience counter-jerks the initial jerk. Okay, so a lot of people were pissed. I think I could be wrong, it might have been Reuters that put out the big article naming him, full legal name and picture. And people were really pissed because there could be legal repercussions with his actual identity, like, fully being revealed to everyone. He's managed, like, it's actually been, like, pretty crazy. He's made it this long. And there's been a bunch of skepticism and investigations and shit, but he's, like, been able to hide, for the most part, his identity from various legal groups that would hold him responsible, right? So people were pissed at the reporting for revealing him, and they were pretty miffed that the audience was as angry with them for their reporting. It was pretty interesting, because that doesn't happen very often. And then the second one, Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin, he's been a ghost since the invention of Bitcoin, and I think, honestly, the reporting is better on Banksy than Satoshi, but it seems fairly likely, but not conclusive, that they know who he is, and he's someone with a major, like, he would be, because we know Satoshi's Bitcoin wallet, he has, like, potentially trillions of dollars in stashed Bitcoins. It's the most watched wallet in existence, right? So, but he doesn't really fuck with it, and he's been a ghost for 20 years since Bitcoin came out, basically. But he was connected to this group of, like, cyberpunk people 20 years ago with, like, crazy libertarian, change the world through digital currency beliefs. And today, the guy they believe it is, it's something Mark, Anton, something like that. It's, Anton Back? Something. His name's very, like, known. I forget who reported it last week.
Adam Back.
Yeah. But he has a massive stake in a Bitcoin company. So, like, potentially, that's, like, a very compromising thing. And there could be massive legal repercussions, not only because he created a form of currency that the United States, doesn't really recognize, not really, like, it's not illegal, but it's not really legal, and it's changed the financial institutions of the world. And for him to have a company in that realm without declaring he has potentially trillions of dollars of assets in the market he created is, like, was it SCC, or, like, there's all kinds of potential, like, legal violations or repercussions. It's like it's a massive quandary. And then, like, even if they know it's him, can they prove he actually made this thing, or, like, has these? It's a very interesting. I think there's going to be things that happen from that the next couple of years, because the U.S. government, at least for a long time, was trying to, like, fully halt Bitcoin, and it picked up. The genie got out of the bottle. There's too much momentum for it ever to go back. But what do you do if the creator is, like, a public person now? Like, that's a weird problem for the government, at least.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Any other big final thoughts? Anything on your mind?
No, my whole thing was, I can make it short. This might be a fun, just to go out on. My thing was there was one of my coworkers recommended this story to me, and it was like a Reddit story thing that kind of exploded about a guy who bought an $18,000 wheel of cheese.
I saw this, but I can't remember what it happened.
So he and his partner had been saving up for a house, and, like, she was unemployed, but she had, like, $4,000 or something, and, like, he was employed, and he's putting together, like, $23,000, and
that cheese money.
And he was like, it's my money. I can do what I want with it. There's this really rare 21-year-old aged cheese that's if I buy
this an Am I the Asshole
yes,
post?
Yes, okay. It was. So apparently, he goes out, he buys this wheel of cheese thinking, okay, look, if I cut this up and I sell it in pieces, I can make a profit on it.
Just piece out that cheese, dog. We're about to come up.
The idea was like, he was gonna. So he paid $18,000 for it. I'm gonna do this math in real time here because I listened to it on the way home from work.
Can I put in my who wants to be a millionaire? Can I lock in my guess?
Yeah.
This guy's definitely a fucking asshole. What a fucking idiot.
For sure.
Yeah.
He went on to say if I break it into 1 pound chunks and I sell each one for $60, I'll come out I'll
be up
net
$10,000.
It was something like that, and it was
trust me,
I think it was more than that. It was almost doubling it.
Yeah, that's how every crack dealer gets started. Okay, we get one rock and break it in 20, and we'll come up double.
Yeah,
you gotta be good to make that cheese.
So he says this, and he's like, but it's 140-pound wheel of cheese, and I went out and I bought it and I loaded it in the back of my truck and I brought it home, and when I got home I was explaining to my girlfriend and she's pissed. Am I the asshole? I tried to explain to her, and he's using the I bought this asset, this high value asset and whatever, and then everyone's roasting him in the comments dude, this is a group decision. If you're saving up for a house with your partner, this is a
is it a wife or girlfriend?
I think it was girlfriend, and they're if you're trying to start a partnership, this is a bad way to do it. I think you're the asshole
because he spent his own money on something.
He spent $18,000 on an
investment in their future.
But here's the problem. Okay. It's not an investment because he did his math wrong.
Ooh.
If it was 140
classic
pounds,
classic crack dealer. Okay, this is classic.
If it's 140 pounds and he sells each piece for 60 each pound for $60, he only makes about $8,000.
That was my initial guess was 10. That was on generous margins.
He's out a ton. Even if he were to say double that and sell it for $120.
And think about how much time you have to invest to do that many cheese deals over small amounts of cheese.
Yeah, so if he sells it for $120 a piece,
he's a fucking idiot.
And this is 140 individual pounds of cheese that he's now got to store and whatnot. Then he's still down $2,000.
Yep.
Now, it'll be $1,000 if he were to try to if he could swing 150 dollars for a pound of cheese from some people. This is not his job. He's not in marketing. He doesn't have a business where he's
not a cheese man, and it's an elastic valuable. You can't cut it. Limited supply. You're fucked.
So his whole thing is this is a rare thing and it's a commodity thing and people will pay whatever for it. Yada, yada.
If you have that, the market is there for it. You have to have the market and the means to capitalize on that.
So the update was that his girlfriend. The update was for anyone wondering, my girlfriend is no longer a part of the picture. She was. She was. How did he say it? He said she was. Low risk averse or something like that, or she some shit like that. And then he was so I tried to get a refund, but they actually came out to look at the cheese to pick it up from me, but they said that the damage that I did, putting it into my car and I guess he had tried to he had melted a part of the wax on it or something, and they're we don't usually do take backs or refunds anyways like this, but now we definitely can't. We were going to try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but we can't. And so he's I immediately go into asset protection mode. and he spends like $8,000.
Are like fake or memes, but
he sent pictures. So
okay.
He spent $8,000 more on like a large refrigerator and like a humidity control thing and like a vacuum sealer and to get the refrigerator and all this shit like into his house, he has to take the doors off of his apartment. So he does that while he's taking the door off the apartment.
He's going negative on a loss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So still hasn't sold any cheese, mind you.
Yeah, of course.
While he's doing this, his landlord is like is like there, and he complains about like
violated
just because
your rent agreement.
He like violated my privacy just because I don't. My landlord seems to think that just because the door isn't on the hinges at the time, that means that, he's allowed to violate my privacy.
Actually, renters' rights. Get that fucking landlord the fuck out of there. What is he peeping for?
So the landlord sees like all this equipment and all this cheese, and he's he apparently has issues with his landlord because he had been using a plasma cutter in the kitchen.
Yeah, now previously. You're doing food production in a residential zone.
And he's like, this is a commercial thing that you're trying to run out of here. You cannot do that. And he's like, he lies to his landlord and said, this is for personal consumption
use.
Only.
Of course, officer.
So he's trying to take up this court case of like he's going to challenge because the guy tried to evict him. He gave him eviction notice, and he posted a picture of the eviction notice and all this other shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's like, I'm going to fight it in court because as far as he's posting all this on Reddit, as far as they know, he's trying to evict me for dietary preferences.
It was very funny.
It was very funny. It just seems like he fucked up big time. Like he went far beyond the amount of money that he had $23,000 saved up, and now he's in debt and he has a bunch of cheese.
I mean, it's classic hustler. On the flip side though, like, I mean, who the fuck knows what was happening with their relationship, but like, I don't think it's inherently bad your partner makes a potentially more risky investment. It just depends on like what are the boundaries of your relationship and like what you're okay with and what you're not, what you communicated, what versus what he didn't. And
sure,
on the other hand, if he came out on top, if he was smarter, he did his math right, he parted it out beforehand, made the connects, had the cheese
sold before he bought it.
Yeah, like if he was smarter, like was a cheese man that made a smart investment, like everyone would be clapping for him. He just didn't do it right.
Yeah, he had no business doing the thing that he did. And
yeah, but it's not inherently bad that he did.
Not inherently bad that he did that, but the inherently bad comes from the lack of communication or boundaries on that.
How do we know?
It's because of
this is the Gooner roll all over, bro.
Here's the other one. So like we're getting his side of the story, and it's still bad.
I haven't read it. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it actually.
I mean, like from what I told you of like everything that he did, of like this is him defending himself, and of
maybe these are all reasonable decisions in another context.
In another context where the math is different, and like.
I mean, he clearly sounds stupid. But I don't know.
True, it's like if it's his money and he wants to spend it that way, I agree. I think that's fine. I think the idea of like her being upset by like, hey, I thought we were trying to plan together to make this happen.
Well, here's the big question that would change your perspective entirely. How much money did he have saved?
He had $23,000.
That's what from what you've told me, that's what he had for the cheese. What if the story was
no? He spent $18,000 on the cheese. He only had 23 of yes.
That's pretty bad. But
$18,000 on 140 pounds of cheese.
But I think some relationships can vary a lot. Like, is your partner entitled to you having savings? Like, I've spent 3/3 of my net worth on a big drug deal before and risked it. Haven't you?
We've all, at least at some point in our lives.
You never bought 5 pounds of some cartel shit? in one time and
and also the context of the story.
Big.
The context of the story being posted is like, "Am I the asshole?" And it's like, in this context, yeah. Like, obviously, you made a decision that, like, it should have been, she was not okay with the context of you doing this.
But why do we give a fuck what the non-participating in the post girlfriend thinks? Like, it's just like,
because that's the question. That's the question at hand.
Was that what he was asking the audience?
Am I the asshole, or is she the asshole?
Okay. That context frames it. I would need to know her side of the story, I feel like, to truly know.
I mean, even if it was we're saving up money. Here's the other one. So someone made a comment of like, oh,
what if she was in debt? $10 grand because she spent all her money on Amazon.
She had like $4,000 in savings. She's unemployed. There's
Ooh, okay. So this changes it a little.
So listen. Here's I thought that at first too, and then I thought also this is a little bit different too. So whether she's like getting money from unemployment or like she's just been saving money from like, family, like holiday shit or whatever, like she's been piecing it together. There's the ratio, if you look at it this way, the ratio of money saved to money earned. She's saving a lot more money.
But all of that is irrelevant. It's just all that matters is what they are okay with in their relationship.
Sure. And she was not okay with that.
Yeah, fair.
And
I guess.
And it's what a fucking bold swing.
It's bold. But that's the thing. If
I'm going to spend $18,000.
Bro, I've done this.
There are so many better flips you can do for $18,000. You can fucking put it in an investment account. Yeah, you could put it in a fucking investment account. You would have been so much better off.
But like the thing is like, of course it's dumb. But like, if he came up 10 grand, we would all like think it's ridiculous, but be like, good for him.
Yeah, sure.
It's more that he didn't succeed than like he is an asshole for what he did. He's an asshole for failing.
He's an asshole for not doing any like good math before he.
What if he's just dumb?
He walked into it.
Does being dumb make you an asshole?
In this case, maybe, yeah.
It might,
in this case, I think it does actually.
It might, yeah. If you're gonna do cheese,
you did a fucking stupid thing, and you're paying the price for it. You're paying the cheese price.
Yeah. I want to give him a little backup, I
think the other one was just the way everything was like, it's an asset, or I went into
that's what makes me think it's a meme.
This is an investment, and it's like this. It's like, but this type of person exists, and he's like they say shit like that, and like.
But that form in specific is known for its elaborate fakes. Like, a lot of Reddit shit is fake now, and like it might all be like someone even takes all the pictures, or like their AI. Like, people go to like write up crazy things because it gets like big reaction shit.
I'm trying to find the.
It might be. I'm sure. Like, I would guess like 50% of the big am I the asshole posts are real. The other 50% are fake. And I would hazard to guess like half of Reddit's big posts are that way at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Big if true. Crazy as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, there's money in cheese if you're...
it's like spending a bunch of money on like collectible shit or something. And it's like, you know what? Sure. To the right buyer, if you find the right person at the right time, you can make a ton of money on like old coins and shit, or like,
think how many people during COVID got fleeced on Pokemon cards.
Yeah, dude.
I made some money. I sold a German... a holographic Venusaur I had for $500 to some guy in Germany. And I felt terrible because the shipping, it got destroyed. And I still got the money. And I paid for it to be like extra shipped correct, and I packaged it right, and it still got fucked up. And I felt bad for the guy, but I got the money. I forget how I am off to work tomorrow. I got a day off. but it's because I have to trick a doctor. Like, I'll take the day off. I gotta prepare for gaslighting a doctor. But it'll be easy. It'll be easy.
I believe in you. I trust in your abilities. Yeah. I think this is good. This is prep. All of the defensive, aggressive, the so-called bullying you do of me here is it's just preparing.
Tell that doctor to write whatever prescription I want.
Wait, I have an IQ test for you.
Hey, doc. I'd like to discuss the pros and cons of you changing my medication to 5 times the dose.
Yeah, I think if you had your doctor listen to make a best of clip of the podcast, he'd probably give you some different drugs.
Hey, doc, if we quadrupled my dose, do you know what I could get done this month? Can you imagine how mentally well I could be with 5 times the drugs, doctor? Can you imagine?
Imagine this at like a 10. This is not a 10.
They still use cocaine at hospitals fairly often for like nosebleeds or like coagulation things.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. No.
But it's very rare. But for ADHD, there is a form of prescribable meth that is pure medical grade methamphetamine.
Wow.
God, can you imagine?
That's way crazier than I thought it was like, interesting to find out they have beer at hospitals for like people that are like coming down from like alcoholism or whatever.
I don't know how often they use that though. I would hazard extremely rarely, because even severe alcohol, they'll try to do chemical shit first with other drugs, or like if it's insanely bad, they'll coma you. But I don't know.
Can you imagine being in a hospital bed having a beer?
Sipping a beer. Bro, people get kicked out all the time because they need to go smoke a cigarette. Like, you have to check out at most ERs to smoke. And it just fucks up your whole process. It's like such a mess. Because you'll see people, I'll be coding a chart. They're on their 3rd encounter that day because they left twice to smoke. They were there all day. And it just fucks up their shit so bad. That'd be sick if you could get a little meth prescription, smoke your cigarette in your hospital gown, drink a little beer.
Just saying, like hospice care places and shit. I know they give them pretty decent drugs there. They're pretty forward with the look. Generally, you're gonna go anyways. Let them have a little more. Give them some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Give them some acid.
That's where I'm at.
I don't get fucked up. They ain't doing shit that day.
We're all going eventually.
They got 24 care anyways. Let's, let old Ted have a little, taste of the 60s.
Little sunshine from the 60s.
little something he's been stored in the back of his closet anyway. For a rainy day. All right, I think that's good for an episode. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We did it.
Thanks again for listening, everybody. I said something about if you listened to this far at the 1 hour and 15 minute mark thinking that we were going to be done soon, and then we started talking about
a very caring genius if you've made it.
Yeah, you made it. Thank you to Approaching Human for the use of his music. You can find his work on SoundCloud at Approaching-Human.
Thanks, John.
Make sure to check out the show page at Trashcats on Instagram and news for news and art for the show. Jesus, I fucked that one up. Check out Facebook for the memes.
If you're super bored, you can check out my trash art on Instagram at SkyZXSKYZSCX. Got some big stuff on the way. Appreciate you guys. It's been pretty cool lately. Thank you guys.
Yeah. That's gonna be all for us today. Stay classy, eat trashy.
Go fast, eat trash.